One of my first relative successes, see what you think here, of mainstream writing was this next work called Opinion of the Interior Paramour. Wallace Stevens had written a poem, kind of a free verse sonnet, Opinion of the Interior Paramour, or no, hymn to the Interior Paramour, this ideal other that you project as a lover. And the idea of the poem is the interior paramour answers back in some way. Now, I read this poem, it was one of the first that I've published as an adult, and I did an S+7 of this poem. An S+7 is when you take a poem, say a poem, and count up 7, right? It's usually done with nouns. I did it with the nouns, the verbs, the adjectives, and the adverbs in the poem. So the first version is called Opinion of the Interior Paramour. The S+7 version is Opium of the Interim Paralysis. So let me read the first one. You can see, have your own opinions about what it does to the voice here. No, the condition is more general than you scratching on a pad in your country house or haggling over tactics for the next day's action. The wave of this dilemma as it breaks over you is as close as you will ever get to the matter. We do what we can for paychecks, for quarter-hour backyard sessions, remarking the pattern of rot on the privacy fence, or pushing upon the surface of sleep's pool on a lost afternoon. More and less than bored, the nerves thick with some sort of chemical upon the liquid air and dark. Into the first and only simulacrum, a shadow life of play. Your dream tries to access the all-knowing mirror from Snow White, while the lover waits for you in the back room beyond wreaths and shelves of scent, or someone is talking about a book in your old dorm room, and you are laughing when you wake with the air like cold ether in your nose and mouth. 4 decades without rituals to remind you of your will and heart. 4 decades without a piracy in good company to reclaim your desire. Okay, that's the first one. This is the second one. Opium of the interim paralysis. Hunches and the antitheses they secreted freshly burned in your head, becoming the radiant purgatory you filled journals with. This ghetto of necromancy reverberates into a hurdy-gurdy for a hanky-panky. Fireproof and paltry as a newborn contagion. A punishment between your ears more furious than when you scrape that vicious epigram from the package in your counterfeit hour, or hacked over tailwinds for the nifty dawn's chiaroscuro protocol. Evasively eventful, this design for a classy eclogue wallows. The waterworks of this inanity courses over you with a vainglorious unhappiness which will be as clogged as you ever get with the matting. We do what we can for payloads, for quantum hothouse backgammon sessions, remunerating the patriarch of roulette, the prince of the Ferris wheel, or pussyfooting upon the surge of slavery's pontoon in a lousy age, morbidly and lethally boosted, network thorny with some sort of chauvinism upon the listless ahoy and dam, down the fishy and omnivorous sink, a shabby lie for motorized superegos. Huge drift accelerates the light coaster mirage from snout whistle, while the lowbrow waits on the bakery roof above the wrappers and shellfish awful of schizophrenia, or someone is mugged in the dopey romance fresh from the bowels of the oligarchy, and you're doing the week's laundry when you wail with an ague of coiled eternities in your notes and movements. One horse afterthought you nourish. It's been foul decay with roaches to remit you for your wile and heat, foul decay with roaches to reckon your design. Little monster was released with that technique. Okay. I'm going to move. Now, this afternoon I read one piece, Sonnet 53 meets Burning Chrome. Here is a companion piece to that. This is another Mad Lib. This is Psalm 121 meets Nova Express. And so I used our boy Billy, what's his name? Burroughs Nova Express, and then the syntax of Psalm 129. Again, and I take out adjectives, adverbs, nouns, and verbs, and replace them going through the text. So this is Psalm 121 meets Nova Express. If I raise my body to the morphine, where shall I cover spider webs? The cadet jabs only fear from his stomach. Drainer of swamps and marble streets, would he not let your spinal fluid drain? How could he? Your amnesia burst. The emergency condition of green creatures never screens him. The cadet is your amnesia, your electric need, and your intercepted message. The faulty equipment will not protect you by black lagoons or flickering screens or alien planets. The cadet will morph you against all personal habits. He will morph body and soul. The cadet will morph your pain and pleasure now and forevermore. One more in that vein. This is a further ad lib. This time I used the Cheyenne creation myth, and I used, and the syntax is taken from Shakespeare's Sonnets 70. So this is Sonnet 70 meets Cheyenne, Coyote, and Star. That you are given shall not be your great mystery power, for Coyote's medicine was ever yet the coyote. The nothing of great mystery is wise. A fool that came in mind's brightest star, so you be dear, life does round. Your sky be more tired being held of star, for numb socket the highest does wait, and you wait a low near star. You have gone by the coyote of a bad mistake, either not down or minute being dropped. Yet this your winter cannot be your earth, to hit ground ever more flattened. If some deerskin of great mystery power amuse not your life, then you, old timer of stars, should fall.